Hey there, Aries Sun, Aries Moon, Aries Rising. It's Maggie. Welcome to Moonlit Waters. I'm excited to have you here. This is the first video of the Intuitive Monthly Astrology Planner. So we're going to do the moon astrology for each of the 4 weeks. I will timestamp it. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up right now, and then do yourself a favor and go ahead and leave me an emoji or a comment or something so that you can be in the drawing for the free reading for the Equinox that's coming up. And then let's get into what's going on for this week for you. So we start off with, this is for the week of February 28th through March 6th, then we'll go through each week as we go. So this is Moon in Aquarius to start off this energy. So in the early part of the day, you may really find that you're able to do a lot of creative problem solving, but the evening brings around more of a brainstorming. So in the morning, you might want to really work with what's going on in your own head to problem solve, but in the afternoon and the evening, I think you collaboratively working with others will help you to do a lot of problem solving on Monday the 28th. So you have here, this is interesting. So we're getting ready to get into a new moon that's going to happen on the 2nd. That's in Pisces. That's on Wednesday. And you have soul alignment, release, and protection. So the moon is going to conjunct Mercury and it's going to conjunct Saturn. And so this energy here is really about connecting in with your higher spirit guide team. I think when you're doing this collaborative brainstorming, you may find that it actually comes from your spirit guide team more than actually what you are getting from other people. So make sure you're tuning into yourself and your higher self. So I would suggest that when you get up in the morning that you definitely take a moment, take a deep breath and connect in and ask your spirit guide team to help you throughout the day to make good choices and good decisions, and to, especially if you have something that you're trying to create a plan for, to bring that in. This week really has this week, though, has a lot of energy around nurturing relationships and planting the seeds of intention. And so as you are doing this problem solving, make sure that you're very specific and when you're planting the seeds of intention for what it is that you'd like to create for yourself. Tuesday is Fat Tuesday, so indulge if you'd like. I am a fan of Fat Tuesday. All right, so that's really the big energy of the day, and the moon moves into Pisces. And when the moon moves into Pisces, now we want to expand. And so, of course, it's Fat Tuesday. So I think the later in the day, before you start indulging in all the sweets and everything, the better chance you have of containing your overall calories for the day, because expansive energy of Pisces and wanting to indulge in that emotional connection, it can really bring it in. Wednesday morning is nice because we finally have Venus clearing her shadow, so she's going to move past that 26 degrees and 29 minutes of Capricorn. She is on her way out of Capricorn. She's been spending so much time there. She's been there. she's been in Capricorn since November. And so her 4-month retrograde period is almost over. There should have been a lot of building and growing of ideas and planning things and really sorting things out. So then we come up on the new moon. The new moon is at 12 degrees and 7 minutes of Pisces. It happens at 12:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the United States. So a half hour before that and a half hour after that, it's actually Cassini new moon, which is a great opportunity if you really want to get something started, to use that as an opportune time. So basically from noon till 1, right? Really great energy to be working in. Take a moment, even if you're at work or whatever, to sit down at that point and jot down a couple of sentences about what your intentions are, what it is that you would like to create over the next year and a half. New moons, generally, the seeds of intention that you plant go out for a year and a half. And so even though, you know, the energy is really strong for the next couple of weeks, and we do have eclipses this year, which are much stronger coming up, there is this still, when you plant the seed of intention, it takes a while for it to fully mature into something really amazing. But that moon is going to be conjunct Jupiter, which rules Pisces, in Pisces, just like 3 hours later. This is a chance to really expand and grow whatever this dream is that you're really trying to create, what it is that you want to work on, right before that new moon happens. So at 11:33 a.m. in the morning, so about a half hour before the Cassini moon, you have Mercury conjuncting Saturn. And Mercury conjunct Saturn is definitely about communicating how you want to structure something. So it would almost be like going out and clearing the weeds out and oh, okay, they're showing me putting up the trellises. Okay, so when you go to plant any kind of a seed that vines, like sweet peas or green beans or whatever that vine up, when you plant the seeds, you put the trellis, you put the structure in place. So that morning is a really great opportunity. You got Venus starting to move direct, she's clearing, she's in new territory. We've got Mars right there with her. They're holding hands, so they're working together to create this environment. So all the personal planets are really working with Saturn to create something that has a lot of structure and longevity. Saturn's about structure and longevity. And so planting your seeds of intention right here, right now, can really create this for you. So for this new moon, you have the anemone, not an enemy, anemone, which is optimism, look up and look brightly, and the calla lily, which is rejuvenation, reawaken, and stand stronger. There's a great springtime energy right here, right? It's like it's time to start. Okay, they're showing me the bear emerging from the cave after hibernation. Now, I understand that in the southern hemisphere, this is, of course, not the winter isn't ending, it's getting ready to come in, but there's still this energy around this of having been in hibernation and the need to start moving forward and figuring out where you're going to go. The card for Pisces says, stillness in calm waters, everything becomes clear. So when you take that moment to sit, I would really do this in the early part of the day, really 11:30 to 1 o'clock, somewhere in that time frame. That's Eastern Standard Time. Please adjust for your time zone. I don't know how. There will be, if you check below, there's a calculator there if you don't know how to adjust for that time zone. But take a moment, take a deep breath, center, and really consider what it is that you want to change, to create, to manifest over the next couple of, like a year and a half or so. There's a lot of energy around being able to do that. On Thursday, we have Mars going to conjunct with Pluto. So chasing down Venus, right? Because we have, okay, so at 3:43 in the morning, you have Mars conjunct Pluto, and at 12:56 a.m., so 3 hours before that, Venus did. So they're having that final conversation with Pluto about how to transform your life. And so the more clarity you have when you plant these seeds of intention, the more that these personal planets of taking action, following your heart's desire, what is of value to you, and communicating that in a way that creates a structure that supports this is very important. So the more time you take, starting maybe as early as Monday, when you connect in with spirit to this problem solving. There's a lot of energy around needing to problem solve here to, it's the clarity. So take a few moments in the morning before you get out of bed, or in the evening before you go to bed, and just sit down and clear your mind. I feel like you need to write something on paper to really get a good feel for it. So the moon's going to move into Aries at 7:52 p.m. on Thursday. The moon in Aries, oh, look at this. You have flow and success. You have flow and success. What a great energy. There's very much that watery energy of Pisces, Jupiter and Pisces, helping you to push this idea through. Before that moon left Pisces, it also came into at 6:37 in the morning. So right after Venus and Mars had their conversation with Pluto, now the moon connected in with Neptune that wants to help expand things into infinity. And so there's so much opportunity to allow yourself to get in flow with spirit to create the success in your life that you really want. So it's a matter of really being focused on what you want. On Friday, Friday is the get or done day of the week. The energy is really strong, especially if you have a high passion, a creative project, something you're excited about. The passion could be for your significant other. We are coming up on a rather romantic weekend. So there's some energy, you know, if maybe you want to take some time to plan something for it. The energy on Saturday and Sunday is really high for romance. And I really would encourage you to use that if you can and you want to. So, boy, there is just on what day is that? Okay, Eastern Standard Time in the U.S. on Sunday, Mars moves into Aquarius at 1:23 a.m. And Venus, so Mars is now past Venus, gets in at 1:30 a.m., 7 minutes later. They are holding hands, moving into this new territory, ready to take things on. They are in exact conjunction at 2:12 a.m. Venus and Mars are going to chase each other back and forth for another couple of weeks here. This is energy where you can connect in with your passion. You could take action on it. It is definitely about what it is that you want and you desire and being willing to go for it. The moon, right after that happens, moves into Taurus on Sunday. And the moon in Taurus is very sensual. And so, honestly, if there is a morning, a Sunday morning that you want to hang out in bed with your loved one, it'll be this one. So, you have here the beginner's mind and the divine matrix, the galactic mushroom. First breath and the galactic mushroom. That beginner's mind can totally explode into something completely amazing with focused attention. Taurus is always about going for it, having a plan. So if the structures that you build this week will make a difference, I think you will find that this works really well for you. All right, let's look at week 2. Week 2 for you, we're going to cover March 7th through the 13th, Sunday the 13th. We start off with that moon still in Taurus. And again, this moon in Taurus really wants you to focus in on that beginner's mind, being willing to consider strongly from a fresh perspective what it is that you want to do, what it is that you want to create, and allow the idea to truly expand out. That moon is going to sextile, which is the energy of making choices and decisions. It's going to sextile with Jupiter and then with Pluto later that day. It's also going to sextile with the sun because the sun is there in Pisces also. So this is energy of making choices and decisions around what it is that you truly want to expand in your life. They're really, see all the green here? There's green. So what I love about this is that you could see that there's the root chakra. That's very Taurus. You know, stable, security, taking care of yourself, and it becomes this orange, this creative energy. But it's the solar plexus that really lights up, and the heart, the green of the heart, all the way around it. And so there is an opportunity for you to really create and manifest for yourself what you want. That moon ends up conjuncting the North Node by the end of Monday. And so there's just, if you know what you want and you're willing to go for it and be committed to it, there's a feeling of needing to make a really good commitment to it. The moon's going to trine Pluto. So that commitment to make a big, deep transformation in your life. This year, Tuesday actually has great energy for business. So when I say commitment, it might be that you are signing a contract for a new career opportunity or a new business deal. It's a great day for networking, for really expanding your sphere of influence, of really getting things out there. The moon's going to move into Gemini on Tuesday at 1:40 p.m., which is going to allow you to really speak and communicate. It's going to trine Venus and Mars that are still, holding hands up there in communicative, analytical. It's not really analytical. It's more like Aquarius has the ability to see things from another point of view to really understand what's going on. And look, you have the eagle. There we go, the eagle. And the eagle is all about taking the higher perspective. And I think that Venus and Mars is about taking the higher perspective. So you've got this really grounded energy, and now you're going to soar up and say, okay, I want to see this from a higher vantage point. What can I do to create something that really works for me? It says you are learning all the aspects of your spiritual connection and reaching new heights. So yes, that is also happening. But this feels very earthbound at the same time. But with the North Node there, it is definitely about expanding out and taking things in a whole new direction for you. So then we have explore your options for the moon in Pisces. Moon, I'm in Cancer. So I really think that this is a week because the energy of the moon in Gemini has this really highly analytical energy. It's going to also trine Saturn, and it's going to square with Neptune. And Neptune is about your emotions, but the moon being in an air sign is going to have that under control. And so I feel like really it's focusing on the practical problem solving is going to get you there, and you should be exploring your options. So the moon moves into Cancer on Friday morning at 2:24 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in the U.S. That moon is going to trine now Mercury in Pisces. So Mercury in Pisces, when did Mercury? Oh, Mercury got into Pisces. I totally missed that on Wednesday. So now that's going to really amplify your intuition. It's going to amplify the magic within, your ability. So that would really deepen that spiritual connection, which has a lot to do with when that moon is in Gemini, and you've got Mercury that rules that sign in Pisces. So yes, connecting in with your spirit guide team is going to be a great way, using your intuition to help you to explore your options, to do the problem solving. It is really going to be your head working with your heart in a really amazing way. And that is your third eye. When your head works with your heart, that's your third eye. That's your intuition. So it says take time to look at other possibilities. It's a good time to make a change. Saturday, that moon's going to be in trine with all those planets, the Sun, Jupiter, and Neptune in Pisces. I think it's going to be hard to be really focused. I think the focus on the practical problem solving happens during the work week, but I think by Friday it starts to be more of an intuitive feeling. I think by the time you get to Saturday, I think you're all going to want a nap. I think that taking a nap isn't going to hurt you at all. We do have daylight savings time coming on. We're going to lose an hour's sleep as it is on Saturday night. And so plan to go to bed a little early and use your dreams, dream time, to really focus on what it is you want. So I think that this weekend, not pushing it really hard with the time change and everything happening, gets really complicated, right? We're all like, whoa, I don't know about that. Right? I don't know about that. I don't know how hard I can push. So it's okay, I think, to really take it kind of a down day. If you can, the sun's going to be conjuncting with Neptune on Sunday. And so I think that's going to keep everything really low key. I'm excited about it being daylight savings time, though. It's I just really prefer to have as much sunlight as possible. That's me. So my clock on my car, the clock will finally be right. I never change it. Okay, so here we go. The energy for that moon moving into into Leo in the afternoon. It's a mystery. It says it's the pumpkin dragon. And so the thing about pumpkins is they have a lot of seeds. And I think that you have a lot of ideas in what's going to spring up. Have you ever noticed, if you grow pumpkins, and some of them, the squirrels like to take a bite and they leave. It's annoying, right? But the neat thing about it is that if you take and you break it open and you spread it out, some of them get eaten by the birds, taken off. Some of them grow, and you never know where the pumpkins are going to come up. And I almost feel like it's a mystery. Where do you get the next opportunity? Where does it come from? But it comes from spreading your ideas out around a little bit. So I think it's something to really kind of focus in on to figure out what it is that you want to do next, right? All right, so let's take a look at the week of March. March, I'm waiting for the time to catch up with me here. Okay, so here we go. March 14th through the 20th. We start off with that moon in Leo. Again, this is a week that feels like you're going to be in a pressure cooker. We have a full moon coming, and there's this explosive energy this week. So here's the thing. We still have this dragon energy, right? The pumpkin dragon for this week. Monday is really dicey for a number of reasons. Wow. Okay, so we have the moon opposing Venus and Mars at different times, but really close together, and they create a T-square. So the T-square, again, is when you have two things opposing, and then they both square the same thing. Well, what they're squaring is Uranus. And Uranus in Taurus, it really wants to shake some stuff up, and it's feeling very confined. But Uranus is a much bigger energy than the moon or Venus or Mars. So I think the mystery is what explodes. I just see exploding pumpkins. You guys ever do that? That's kind of fun when you kind of pitch them to see where they go at. Sorry, I just keep seeing them. All right, so the moon is going to be really irritated by what's going on in Pisces. So we have Neptune and Jupiter that want to expand things. The sun is there. It just feels like you're going to feel very frustrated, like, I don't know, is this plan coming together? I mean, I spent so much time working on it, 4 months with Venus. You know, I thought we were on a roll. I figured out the structure last week. You know, I started making things happen, and it doesn't seem like things are moving the way they are. I feel like the frustration is going to be really high. I really want to caution you when you're driving that as uptight as you are, so is everyone else, because this pressure is going to be universal. This isn't special just to you guys, but I have to say, with the sun, with you being whatever it is, sun, moon, or rising, your Aries energy there, trining the irritation that's going on here with Leo. That's a lot of fiery energy, guys. So hang on to your patience. You're going to probably really wish that you had if you don't. That's what it feels like. It feels very important. So the moon is going to move into Virgo on Wednesday. I think this helps a lot. It's going to settle things down. Organization starts to come back together. It happens at 12:59 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time here in the U.S. But I still think that you're struggling to figure out how to make the plan work, but I think it takes some of the heat out of it, and it makes it more of an analytical, organizational progress that goes on with that. And I think that you start to feel that energy culminating in a plan. I really want to encourage you to take some time. I was holding my breath. I feel like you need to breathe out a little bit and allow yourself to move through this energy. What's really nice is that the full moon happens on Friday. It happens at 3:18 in the morning. This full moon is going to sextile the north node and the south. It's going to trine the north node and sextile the south node. So, trining the north node. This full moon at 27 degrees and 40 minutes of Virgo says, when it trines the north node in Taurus, it's like it's this flow of energy that helps to create things in a nice way while letting go, right? Full moon's about letting go, but since it's a sextile in the south node, which is about letting go, it's about letting go of things with, it feels like ease, by moving toward what it is you truly desire. It shouldn't feel like a battle. You should know what it is that you want to let go of. I think you feel a lot of this energy on Thursday, and I think by Friday morning. And I think when you wake up after this moon has become full, I think you breathe a little better. So, moon in Virgo, you have time of new birth, transition and initiation, and happiness is at hand. The walnut, the lily, and the sunflower. This is a transition, a change, a moving away from, a letting go of energy in order to create new space. And I think that taking the time to breathe your way through it earlier in the week on how do I make this whole thing work for me will really help. Oh, so the cards I pulled for this full moon for you, you have breaking bad habits. That's what's going to make the easy release. Okay. The decision might feel easy. The actual practice of breaking a bad habit, much harder, right? Much harder. But I feel like this is going to be around your physical health because the 6th house for you is Virgo, especially if you are an Aries rising. But the 6th house, Virgo rules the body. It rules health. It rules routine. And so this would be a great opportunity to let go of things that need to transition out of your life. It could be overeating. It could be not having an exercise program and moving toward having an exercise program. It could be moving away from smoking cigarettes. It could be letting go of some kind of addiction, maybe to like caffeine. It feels like making a lifestyle change that has long-term benefit. So self-acceptance, excellent mental health, and letting go of vices. And you have wishes come true, rapid achievement of your dreams and your wishes. And so this time of new birth, this transition and initiation and this happiness at hand, it feels like you're very supportive, especially since you're moving with the energy of the North Node, to support you in making this big change. So you can make a huge change in your life. It is going to require the releasing and letting go of something that you know, and you know what it is. It could be a negative attitude you have about people. It could be maybe where you work. It's letting go of something that is definitely not supporting you in the way that you would like it to in order to move into the direction that you want to. I feel it's almost more like answering a call from inside of you that really needs to be answered. So the moon's going to move into Libra at 7:26 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the U.S. Ooh, daylight time. Sorry. So answers start to come into view. I think that the groundedness of that full moon really helps you. That's got to be 7:26 in the morning. I don't know what I have written down here, but oh, there it is in the morning. Okay. It's in the morning. So I think Friday, we bring things back into balance. I think it's going to be a bit of struggle if you are giving up a vice going into the weekend. So this is where that commitment that you made to yourself last week really starts to come into play. How much are you really going to do this? Because that moon, though, is going to be trining the personal planets of Venus and Mars and Saturn, which is the karmic planet. Now, the way that karma works is there's consequences. Consequences. Every action has a consequence. And so when you do good, good comes back to you. That's the consequence. When you do things that are not so great, that comes back to you. And as we are whipping through, we only have another like 12 years, maybe 10 years in this cycle of releasing lifetimes of karma. But now we're moving into a cycle, Aquarian energy, where the karma is going to be much more instant. And so there's a necessity to get really good at releasing and letting go of things that don't work for you and not producing negative karma. Whereas before, in a lifetime, you could have been the meanest person in the world, Genghis Khan, let's say. And then you probably spent the next 1,000 lifetimes that you lived in misery, repaying the debt of that one lifetime. Now it's like the energy of what you do now affects what's going to happen in this lifetime. And going forward, it will definitely be like that. So the more that you can let go of things in the past, the more you can focus on creating the best, highest version of yourself as possible, the more I believe you will really be rewarded for it spiritually, but I also think in the physical 3D, manifesting things. So we have a lot of pressure on Saturday to create change. A lot. You have Venus squaring off. Venus rules Taurus. Uranus is in Taurus. And they're going to be squaring each other. And there's this energy about really needing to create change that is in line with your value system. There's a lot of energy around helping you to problem solve that day without that trine energy with the moon, with those Aquarian planets. And of course, Aquarius energy is always about making changes for the best and the highest good of all. So I really think you're going to feel this energy coming in. So you have security to feel more secure, deepen your connection with nature, the root chakra. If you can get outside, we have the spring equinox coming on the 20th. So again, if you leave me a comment, that's where you get these readings are for the spring equinox, right? So make sure you leave a comment on this video and hit that thumbs up. But here's the thing. Get outside and connect with nature and make a commitment to yourself in your heart space about what it is that you really want. It will help you to balance your energy. It's really important that you do that. And so I can't encourage that enough. And then Aries, the sun is going to move into your sign at 11:33 a.m. right there at the equinox. It's a very big day. It's a very big day. So get yourself grounded, get outside, celebrate the sun moving back into your sign, celebrate the change of the season, whether you're in the northern hemisphere or the southern hemisphere. It is a shift to change. This pressure to create change happening at the equinox is significant. You will feel it. And you should allow yourself to really flow with it for the best possible outcome. So let's go ahead. The moon's going to move into Scorpio at 11:45 a.m. But I'm going to talk about Scorpio energy for the next week. So that will be at, that is the week of the 21st of March through the 27th. So the 21st of March through the 27th, we are now in Aries. Let me pull a birthday card for those of you that are celebrating your birthday, and then we'll take a look at that energy with that moon in Scorpio. I mean, why not? What is your happy birthday for this week? So, birthday cards for this week. You guys have a bunch. Okay, you have, do some research. But oh, look at this, dietary changes. Focusing on the dietary changes. But you have holiday, you have marriage, you have love life. Okay, so this is a great time, I think, for you, and you have to do research, right? I feel like schedule some time away with the person that matters most to you. It might be that you're getting away for your weekend, get away for the weekend for your birthday celebration, and you get to reconnect. If you have made a commitment to a dietary change, take that into account. I don't want you to not have fun, but it's really hard when you commit to making a change and then right away you fall off the wagon. So try to pay attention to that while you're out and about. But that looks really great, so happy birthday to you. Happy solar return. If your birthday is the 20th through the 27th of March. Okay, so moon in Scorpio. We've got on Monday, we've got Mercury conjuncting with Jupiter really early in the morning. So I think Sunday night into Monday. Pay attention to your dreams while you sleep. Pay attention to your dreams while you're awake. I feel like your spirit guide team is really trying to connect in with you. We have the moon in Scorpio going to oppose Uranus. And it's a T-square. Again, okay, so moon, Uranus, and the outlet point is huge. We've got Venus conjunct Mars, conjunct Saturn. And you have the moon trining, that's that nice flow of supportive energy. We've got the moon trining Jupiter and Mercury. This is intuitive problem solving. This is the deeper you can go within, the easier it is going to be to find the answers that you are looking for. So many cards. These are very practical cards that are going to give you. So take the advice that sounds right for you, because when there's this much, that means that there's different things that you guys need to hear. So we have these two seem to be saying the same thing. We have total subversion. Don't be afraid to totally immerse yourself in a project, interest, or goal. Give it 100% of your energy, and you may find what your life has been lacking, whatever it was that you made that commitment to. Now's the time to really dive into it. And we have diving to new depths. This is really going in. And again, that research card may be that there's some project that you need to do more research on. There's a deeper meaning to what is happening. You might be looking at this from the surface and missing something important. Go deeper. Go deeper. So again, the research thing seems to really have taken part of this. Take a moment to pause and breathe and allow yourself to dive deeper into what you're feeling about your current situation. So there might be things that are triggering you. With the South Node in Scorpio, it is about allowing ourselves to be triggered over the next 18 months, especially when the moon rolls through there, to reconnect us with what it is that we are trying to release and let go of in order to progress forward in our life. So pay attention to what comes up. It's important. Here we have persistent drive. See what you desire. Move toward the goal. It is time to zero in on your purpose. We've got sharks. And we have a starfish, replacing what was lost. Starfish are really, okay, first off, it's about the dream, the goal, right? The star. But starfish, when they lose a limb, they regenerate a new one. So if there is something that you are hanging on to that is just causing you misery, I hate it when they show me this. Ugh, they do this sometimes. Stop it. Okay, what they show me is an animal caught in a trap gnawing its leg off to get free. If you're a starfish, you'll grow that leg back. So be a starfish, but there is a desire to get free so much that whatever it takes to do that, releasing and letting go, the momentary pain, momentary, if you're gnawing your leg off, that seems a little bit longer than like a hot minute, but okay, ripping a Band-Aid off would be so much nicer, but it's more than that, right? This is something deeper. This is something that's going to take a little bit more energy to heal and regenerate, but you can't if you're stuck there. You're going to have to set yourself free in order to do that, and you have keeping it in check. Pay attention to what's going on around you. That's Moon in Scorpio. You might be moving into something too quickly or missing some important details. Again, with that research and diving deeper, there's something going on. And I would say if your birthday is this week, this feels like a much bigger cycle of paying attention to details and diving deeper, okay? But for everybody else this week, pay attention to the details. What's going on this week? What do you need to be aware of? You know what's really interesting is I wrote in here, beware of manipulation on Wednesday because Mercury is going to conjunct Neptune. So this doing your research and paying attention to the details and diving a little deeper, staying focused on your goals, watch out. There's this itching for change that we're all feeling. Mars is going to be squaring with Uranus and Taurus. I mean, I feel like with that moon moving into Sagittarius on Tuesday afternoon, there's just going to be this itchiness to move things forward, to make some changes. But Mercury, you could be manipulated. So make sure you're paying attention and don't be the person that's manipulating people. Not a good idea. We just talked about instant karma, right? So moon is now in Sagittarius for Wednesday, Tuesday afternoon, Wednesday, and Thursday. It's going to square off with that energy of Mercury that is up there conjunct manipulation of Neptune. So truth could really come to light about some things. So just be on your toes, pay attention, and don't let people take advantage of you. You have an eagle again. 2 eagles in a month. Okay? And again, it's taking the higher vantage point. But this one is called freedom. There is a need to release yourself. You will replace what is lost. So are you hanging on to anger? Are you hanging on to resentment? Are you hanging on to frustration? There's so many things that happen in this lifetime that we can't do a darn thing about. Somehow we were walking along in the woods and we got our foot caught in a trap, and we're going to starve to death out there, or the elements are going to get us, or whatever, if we don't set ourselves free and let ourselves go. And then we'll have to hobble, we'll have to crawl, we'll have to whatever to get to the place where we can get the help we need, where we can rest and regenerate. But first you have to set yourself free. There's a need to really create some kind of freedom for yourself from some kind of a situation. And this one has a Pegasus in it and an eagle. And so it feels like taking the higher road. Like somebody is effing with you big time. And you just have to let it go in order to build something better. To give yourself a real shot. So, the moon's going to move into Capricorn at 5:54 p.m. on Thursday. It's there Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I'm not pulling any cards for Sunday, but the moon will be in Aquarius on Sunday. And Sunday with that moon in Aquarius will be a really good day to journal, to communicate, to problem solve. I'll pull cards for Aquarius on that when I do the next reading. So let's look at this energy of that moon in Capricorn. Friday looks like it will be challenging, but with paying attention to the details, you can really be successful. So you can manage it. Capricorn overcomes obstacles. There's a lot of challenging energy because the moon's going to square the sun, and it's going to trine Uranus, which wants to make changes, right? So you can successfully navigate. It's almost like something is going to be really lit up. You got the moon squaring the sun, and so that's a lot of illumination on a situation. I feel like things are going to be very challenging, but manageable. I think Saturday you're going to feel like you really get the grip on things. Oh, okay, here we go. Life is speeding up. Antelope Spirit, bring a gentle touch. I think things are going to be really cranking up the volume. If you guys have not already started on your taxes, here in the United States, they're due April 15th. I would really buckle down this weekend on that because the energy is definitely speeding up. And that could be where you're like, oh my God, I need to get this all together. We have overcome any obstacle. It's the Rhino Spirit, but that's the Capricorn energy. You are going to be successful. I think, okay, so time management. Capricorn is about time management. All right, so when you are in Capricorn energy, you can do this. And we have the moon there, so you can do this. Everybody can do this that day, those 2 days. I don't know what movie they're showing me. It's a movie or a TV show, but it's that where they show somebody standing there calmly while everything is running around, but they're in this space. You can do that. You can let everything run really fast, but you center yourself and you slow down time for yourself. And you say, I have all the time I need today to do everything I need to do. And you can manifest that for yourself. It's a small piece of time that you can just slow it all down and get it done. And this is a day to step into that magic. So step into the magic of time control on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. I think you'll, especially Friday and Saturday, I think you'll find it very beneficial. And then the moon's going to move, Mercury's going to move into your sign, Aries, on Sunday the 27th. And so things are definitely going to speed up. When Mercury is in a fire sign, it is trining all the air signs. It's sextiling all the air signs. This is very supportive energy, and things are going to get faster. So try to slow down what the noise is going around you and focus on the task at hand so that you are able to manage this Mercury in Aries energy that's coming at you. All right. So happy solar return to those of you. I will see you back here. I will do a monthly video for you. It will be for the next 4 to 6 weeks from when it comes out. And then I will be back next month with the Intuitive Monthly Astrology Planner. I'm going to call it the Intuitive Map because it's too hard to say much. All right, you guys hit that thumbs up if you haven't already done so. Thank you for sticking with me. And happy March to you. Looks very interesting. You guys take good care. I'll talk to you soon.